So this is just going to be a quick update video is all this is, and look who it is, guys. What's going on, bro? All right, man, see you. All right, you too. Probably don't know, but that's my buddy from way back when we first started the channel. He come up and we started talking a little bit. He always delivers my parts and stuff. So anyway, everybody give the UPS man a shout out. So I've started on this panel up here where we popped everything out, and it's looking pretty good. Now remember, guys, I'm not a body man by any means, but I'm figuring it out as I go, like how to taper stuff. So like up here, you know, that's really hard. I had a low spot through here that I couldn't get out, so it took some Bondo. One of the hardest things I was running into was molding the Bondo up around this area, and it's still not done yet. We're in the stages of now trying to block out the high spot, which I think is like right in here. We're gonna block this out, and hopefully that turns out good. I'll show you guys right here. We'll go ahead and hit it a couple times, see what we've got. And there we go. So this is where we're at right now. We have a high spot right here. We just want to kind of knock that out right through here, and we should be good. And I'll continue to mold and sculpt that. What I've been using is just a soft sander with some 320 grit around it, or some 180, I'm sorry, and just sculpting that. Now let's talk real quickly about the budget on this car. I've not really crunched the numbers, but I think right now we're somewhere about $2,300 in the car as it sits. That means purchasing the car, all the paint, all the supplies, everything else, the body kit, all that stuff. We're at about $2,300. I don't think that's too bad. Now, if you look at the car right here, you might be thinking to yourself, $2,300 and this is all you've got? But you guys know it's a process. So the only thing left to do is finish bolting everything up. The car is pretty much finished, like blocking. I mean, like 98%. The only thing left, I put a little filler right here for some little slight imperfections. I'm gonna block that out. That's nothing. The bottom of that was already blocked out, but I figured we'd go ahead and take it to the next level and really just try to make this thing as slick as possible. So, you know, that's the budget. I mean, we're at $2,300, and we still have no interior. We do have interior, don't get me wrong, but we have not bought any interior parts. So you know we're gonna have to put carpet in the car, and we're gonna have to put some new seats. So what we're probably gonna do is buy a set of the Corbo seats from LMR. You know, the car has somewhat changed roles on me, and unexpectedly. It started turning out so good. It's really progressed in the way that it's shaping up. It's gonna be a super straight car. So I wanna continue on with that, and let's go ahead and make this damn thing nice. So this ultimately is where we're at with the budget. We could take this car right here and slap it together with as many used kind of broken parts as we can find and patch them up and make it look good, and probably save ourselves $1,000. Or we could go ahead and buy a lot of this new stuff that we need to buy, like obviously carpet, some new seats. Yes, that's going to cost more money, but at the same time, you don't want a beautiful paint job and open up the door and, you know, see broken stuff. So I'm really going to go through this and try to only order the stuff that we really need. The car has no carpet for the back hatch, so I'm going to have to order that at some point. I also thought about doing a rear seat delete. I don't know yet. Nobody really rides in the back seat of any of my Foxbody, so I don't know, but that's a thought anyway. So you guys give me your opinion on doing a rear seat delete in the car, and let me know. And yes, I know you can build them yourselves, but I don't have time, so I'll probably pick up a cheap one if that's what we do. Now we do have back seats. We just got to find the hardware and put them in. So we do have that. That's kind of where we're at with the budget. There's just no point in cutting all corners. Some corners we absolutely will cut. I mean, we're painting the car ourselves, we're doing our own body work, we're saving pieces and parts as we can, but at the same time this car needed a lot of stuff, so this is where we're at. So I'll give you guys a number, like budget wise, where I think we're going to end up total when the car is all said and done. I think we're going to come out somewhere around $6,500 on this car total, give or take. You know, it just depends. Wheels get expensive, you know, seats get expensive, engine, you know, it all really depends, but I'm trying to shoot for like $6,500, so to get this car like on the road and looking good. At that point, if there's a few little things we need to tweak, buy, change, or whatever, it's not really going to cost a whole lot, and I'm not going to count that in the budget. Now remember guys, if you were to send this car out and have all of this work done and you not touch it, you'd have $20,000 to $30,000 in this. easily. So that's not what the goal is here. We're gonna do this by ourselves and try to do it for like 6 or 7 or 8, whatever. I'm gonna try to keep it as budget as possible. I'm hoping you guys will appreciate the fact though that we will have an absolutely beautiful car when this is done for definitely under 10 grand for sure. Like, I think that's a feat in itself. It takes a lot of hard work and doing this yourself. Let's make this thing really, really nice, and we're still gonna do it on a budget. The budget may have changed just a little bit though. As you all know, we went with Bright Calypso, which is probably my least favorite color in factory form. And I don't know why. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it doesn't. I'll show you in the door here, which it's all filthy from dust and stuff, but I can show you guys that, I guess. Other than the dirt, so overlook the dirt. But see how it's got that dark green kind of look to it? Now, it's not always that color. So the crazy thing about this particular color is there is times when it looks like teal metallic. It's funny how Ford did that. In certain lighting, there's times whenever you can't tell the difference between teal metallic and Calypso. Reef Blue is the same way too. Those three colors are almost interchangeable at certain times. Now, let's just be honest, teal metallic is way more blue than this is. This is way more green. They all have a situation where you can get them in certain lighting and they look like each other. So I think that's really cool the way Ford did that. I'm sure they didn't intentionally mean to. So they're literally like only 2 shades off from each other. It's pretty cool. The thumbnail is it, guys. I'll show you a picture right here. I stole this picture off the internet somewhere. I'll put the link to it down here. But this was one of the best looking, cleanest covers that I could find to be able to change the color in a way that I thought would best represent the Calypso. I cannot for the life of me find, which is a very good thing by the way, a Calypso 93 Cobra, like clone. I can't find one. Guys, I hope I'm not wrong by doing this, but I'm thinking it's gonna look pretty good. But I've not seen one yet, so it's kind of, I've seen white Cobras, black Cobras, like yellow, orange. I mean, I've seen every color out there under the sun, but I have not seen a Calypso. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys what I think the car is going to look like. If you want to get inside of my head and see what this car is gonna look like, that's it right there in that thumbnail, and I'll show it to you guys again right here. This is my dream for this car. The stance, how clean it is, how straight it is, that's it. Now, the color is going to change depending on the lighting. That is the most green version of Calypso that I thought you would ever see. And now I'll show you a little bit more of the natural kind of bluish green teal look that it has. So this is probably an option too as to how it will look in person. And also I may throw in some footage here at the end of the video for you guys, so stay tuned if I do. And as always, thanks for watching. See, this is the stuff that I was talking about whenever we were doing the Q&A about how I kind of get in over my head with this bodywork stuff. You know, I'm not a body man by any means, and this stuff is not fun. You know, when you have transitions like over into, you know, humps like that and curves and stuff, man, I tell you, this is a little beyond me, but we'll knock it out. I'll get it done. And I do have the other side pretty much done over here. I'll show you guys that. Now remember, this thing was dented in pretty heavily. We did use a little football trick and it helped, but we still had a dent, and this is just not easy. I'm really trying new things, you know, with body work and stuff like that. I'm like I said, I'm stepping outside of my wheelhouse on this because this is not really my thing. I'm teaching myself as I go, and so far so good. It's working out, but if I'm just being honest with you guys, it's a lot of work, and I'm not super comfortable with it. But there again, that goes back to what I tell you guys all the time. Hey, just get out there and do it, right? Because nobody's out here holding my hand, showing me how to do this. I've looked at everything I can look at on YouTube, you know, so that's that. Now it's put up or shut up. You got to get your butt out here, and you just got to do the stuff. So that's what I'm doing right now, and so far so good. I mean, it's working out. Haven't really given you guys a lot of updates on the car. I have been busting my ass though, blocking out this car. Like every day I have been out here blocking, guide coat, more blocking, primer. It's been crazy, but I've been doing this because I want this thing to be slick. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I watch YouTube videos just like you guys do, And that CJ Pony Parts Cobra that they're doing is sick. I mean, that car is stupid clean. And you know what? I want my car to be that clean. That's kind of what I'm shooting for right now. When I saw that, I saw the paint on that car. I said, man, we got to do what we got to do to make this thing as nice as I can make it. Now, will every corner and every edge be perfect on this car? Probably not. And that's the difference between a $10,000, $12,000 paint job, you know who I'm talking about, versus my paint job. Yeah, it should be pretty slick for the most part, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you that every edge is perfect. And, you know, I'm not going to tape off like everything underneath the car. I mean, there's going to be some overspray and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just to show you guys back here what we're dealing with on the deck lid. This is coming out pretty good. Really, this thing needs a whole skim coat of Bondo all the way down it. And I just don't want to get into that because you're not going to see it. If it's not 100% perfect, that spoiler should cover a lot up. So that's the reason why I'm not going to spend a lot of time back here. Now, as you can see, I mean, this stuff's still like roughed in back here. So I'm not even finished that yet. As far as like the side of the car though, it's blocked. So now we have the issue of figuring out what we're going to do next. What's the next step? I had to take the car down so far during the blocking process that we hit some metal. So this has got to be reprimed. All right, guys, I just want to give you a quick update, let you know, hey, you're not alone. I'm over here doing stuff that I really don't know what the hell I'm doing, but we're going to do it anyway, guys, and hopefully it turns out good. All right, we'll get back to you soon.